What is going on, guys? It's me, JV. Today is Tuesday. Actually, it's Wednesday. Wednesday, August 14th, 2024. And one of the main reasons why men are not approaching women as much as they used to back in our parents' and grandparents' period of time, it's because men are petrified of getting rejected by women. I think us men have become pussies. We're not as strong mentally as we once were. You have a whole host of different reasons why we're not approaching women as well. Mainly the dating app scene, social media. It's much easier for us men to utilize these instruments to meet women because we, in our back of our minds, we think to ourselves, you know what, if we get rejected or if we get ignored by women on the internet, it's not as personal as if you approach a woman like you did back in the day traditionally out in person. If you walk up to a girl and you tell her your intentions, whether it's at a bar, whether it's at a restaurant, or simply walking down the street, and the girl turns you down, or if the girl rejects you, or if the girl even ignores you, which is even worse than anything else in the world, I think that demoralizes men. I think that brings men down. Men's self-esteem is pretty bruised, and it's very difficult to get back up from that rejection, especially if you happen to be an introvert, especially if you happen to not have much experience approaching women. You might think that you're the ugliest guy in the world. You might think that you're the creepiest or weirdest guy in the world if a girl turns you down or ignores you because you don't have that much experience. When in reality, I would say that about 90% of the time that you approach a girl on the street, 90% of the time they're going to turn you down, unless you happen to be an above average looking guy. If you're a muscular guy that's about 6'2", 6'3", if you have the physical appearance, that alone is probably going to raise your odds, to about 40 to 50%. Probably one out of two girls are going to say yes to you just on your looks alone. Because I look at it this way. Looks are like a cover letter when you're applying for a job, right? When you're applying for the job, the employer really doesn't know anything about you. They just based your experience and your capabilities. They just go by what they read on your cover letter. And you put a lot of great things there, your experience, your achievements, your accomplishments, the references that you might get from past bosses and coworkers. But once they bring you in to work, you may not be that worker that you alleged to be on your cover letter. Well, and the dating scene is the same thing. If a guy happens to be very attractive and the girl doesn't know anything else about the guy, she's willing to give him a chance based on his looks. But once she finds out that the guy is lazy, that the guy is not committed, that the guy doesn't have really social intelligence to carry on a relationship beyond just a couple of dates, more than likely the girl's going to walk away from the guy. But the mere fact that he has the physical attraction more so than the average guy, that puts him at about 50% of acceptance by the lady. But I think that the reason why the dating scene is down, the reason why so many men are even giving up on approaching girls, is because they're afraid of rejection. It's that simple. If you told me as a guy, that girl's gonna reject you, that girl's gonna reject you, but that girl's not gonna reject you, more than likely I would approach the third girl because I would know that she was gonna say yes. I wouldn't even bother to approach the first two girls because I know that I would be rejected. So what's the point? But because we don't know what the outcome's going to be, then more than likely you're not gonna even bother to approach the female. We're afraid, we're petrified of being rejected. We don't want our ego and our self-esteem be bruised. We don't want to give women the satisfaction of turning us down. That's it. That's it, folks, in a nutshell. That's the reason why guys are not approaching women. It's because of the fear of rejection. Simple as that. Let me know in the comment section if you agree with that. If you disagree, tell me why it is that men are not approaching women anymore out in the public like our parents and grandparents traditionally did, before the advent of the internet and the dating apps. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I will talk to you very soon.